Hey folks, Quillington here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We are on version 24, playing as a demon spawn of Quaslil, the Stormbringer. We are currently on dungeon level 12, but it feels like our equipment situation is not stupendous. That is a really good short sword, but it's not really what we're looking for. I mean, the flaming brand on a short sword is not too impressive, and well, mostly because the short sword itself isn't that impressive. If we were a stabber, we'd be fairly happy with this. But we ain't a stabber. In fact, we're kind of the opposite of stealth, thanks to worshipping Quaslil Stormbringer here. We have a storm that's permanently raging around us and is insanely noisy. This noise level you see over here, it's never going to go down. It's pretty brutal. But the benefit is we constantly have all these clouds popping all over the place, which we are immune to all clouds as well. So it's going to passively, like, just damage enemies over time, constantly. It's going to block their movement. It's going to be wonderful, just absolutely wonderful. And we also have the ability to, like, drop giant, like, sort of random elemental, well, quote-unquote, fireballs on people with upheaval. I wonder if we've increased our area of effect. No, not yet. But as we get more invocation, we should be able to do it. We can even make our elementals or clouds turn into elementals. And disaster area is multiple spams of upheaval, which is a gorgeous thing. But yeah, loot-wise, we are hurting a little bit. Now, I don't remember what was down here. Okay, we could probably drop down and then pull up. I like that. Why are you... Wait, are you inner flamed? Covered in liquid flame. Never mind. So you're burning. You actually might just die. I'm going to attack anyway, just to try to make that go a little faster. That guy sent... The yak to our left was standing in a cloud. He might have died on his own anyway, but may as well focus fire there. Sometimes I get drawn into the idea of, oh, I want to make really efficient damage, you know, by spreading things out in some sort of efficient way, but it's almost always better just to ensure the focus fire. We're going to take a different staircase temporarily. Holy crap, we're going to go up the stairs. I don't think they'll be able to hit me again. Unless they get a speed boost. It's possible we could die here, but fairly unlikely. And yeah, now they're going to want to mostly go around these clouds. And if we get some allies... Yeah, depending on where the clouds form up, we might find ourselves in a situation where we get a better gap between us. Ooh, we're going to try to shortcut over there. How much damage they're taking from my allies and just, like, walking through these clouds. Oh, we got a 6 Fury. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. He died, but that's okay. And then we've got another one. No, we'll just move back. So this could potentially poison you. Okay, you double moved there, which is a little scary. And boom. So I think our little demon, our ice devil, got the kill. So we didn't get full XP from that, but I was okay with this. Dire Flail is a two-handed flail. It's not really what we're looking for. Is there another staircase? No, we've poked through all of them. We did find Lair. I'll probably pop into Lair with the caveat that if we run into a Hydra, we may decide to just run away. Now, I don't want to move too far because we make super lots of noise. Basically, the entire dungeon is going to get drawn to us, which will be slightly more awkward in this situation because this is the only staircase. So running up and down might be a little bit hard. One thing we could consider is sort of like if we get a big crowd against us, around us near the staircase, is just teleporting. Even, oops. Okay. Petrification. DCSS Petrification. Oh, no, I'm on the Petrify spell. Petrification. Oh, it still just went to Petrify. What? Okay, let's look up Basilisk. Bite, Petrifying Gaze. They will try to petrify you as they rush into melee range. Give them a few turns to chomp at you while you cover. They aren't very threatening unless other monsters are around. Yeah, no kidding, but the problem is we bring a ton. If you find yourself petrifying with multiple enemies approaching, a timely teleport might send you to safety. That's true. I think the right thing actually might just be to Elemental Force for the first time. I'm going to make some friends. We're going to step backwards. We're now turned to stone. But we have a bunch of friends. We have our demons. We have our summons. I can move again. I think we're going to do an upheaval right here. And you can, it's smite targeted. I can send it through things. Boom. Excellent. And tabbity tab tab tab. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I think that was fairly well handled. All right, was that spellbook? Did it give us anything? Confusing touch, summon small mammal, apportation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add apportation to the list of things that I have memorized. Now it's also translocation. Blink and apportation are really good utility spells. And if we're ever going to actually learn magic, like we've memorized these spells, we can't cast them right now. If we're ever going to actually cast magic, it's probably going to be that. I'm going to try to dodge the Komodo here while we're fairly low. I'm going to pop up the stairs, make sure to shrug off all the poison, then come down. Not so worried at this point. Grum. Hey, Grum. I think his danger is that he usually has friends and nets. Yeah, he's got all his wolves, but we're okay. I'm going to pop up, rest. I'm going to rest a little longer. See where it says protection from physical attacks? This is part of our god, so that's not where I'm going. Here. Adapt to resistance upon receiving elemental damage. When we get hit by things, we'll get random resist, like resist fire, resist cold, but we also get like resist physical, which is like basically gives us some AC, which is nice. Unfortunately, I have to abandon my demon there for a second, but I think that was better, and then we'll move off the stair because he's just poking us with a stick. There we go. Don't even know if he's got nets, or mostly it's just the fact that he's got all the wolves around him. Wolves or hounds or whatever those were. All right. Oh, that's an interesting layout for layer 1. I don't think I'm used to seeing that. Oppressive heat. Okay, somewhere in this level... Do I want a magic map? Yeah, go ahead. Somewhere in this level, there's a portal to the volcano. It's a little side branch. Now, we don't have any resist fire, except we can equip the Ring of Fire, which I will do now. Now, this helps us cast fire spells better, which doesn't matter. It gives us +1 fire resistance. It does give us -1 cold resistance, but I think here we're okay. Now, that is a timed entrance, and it will go away. And 1 pip of fire resistance isn't the sexiest, but we also have our god ability to adapt to elements. So our god will probably give us a little fire resistance as we get hit by things. Our inventory, we got plenty of slots, tons of slots. We can at least poke our head in and see what things look like. Remember, we're noisy. Things will likely come to us, although they didn't hear. A lava snake. Move the mouse a little. So he's going to fling things. Big explosions everywhere, but like clouds like that don't bother us. We're immune to clouds. Feeling very hungry. Oh yeah, let's eat a little bit. Fire bats. Okay, your movement is being kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie. Can I get you to... There you go. Come to the edge here. Being immune to clouds is really helping us out. It's like... It's actually really great here. He might end up healing that before we get to him, but we'll see. You're immune to fire, but that's it. Susceptible to cold. You know, we don't really have anything for that, but I can poison you. And yeah, then you have that really annoying bat behavior of running around. Red Draconian. So yeah, Draconians are pretty strong. Look at that, 98 HP. Decent other things, damage, searing breath. You tend to like run into them more when you're doing Zot stuff. It would be really nice to have a cold weapon here for lots of reasons. A lot of the fire-based stuff that we've been seeing here would take bonus damage from cold. Draconians being cold-blooded do slow down from cold damage. Oh, I can't see right now. Even sicker. Even sicker. You're not as sick as possible, though. That's what we're looking for. Searing Blast hit us. That's fine. And again, we may end up getting some random bonuses. Fire resistance. There we go. Sick as possible. Maybe I'll upheaval you. There's a nice cold one. We are burning some of our piety doing this, of course. But yeah, I don't want to face him directly. Okay. Hopefully there's not any more of you. Now, what do we have here? Halberd. I'm going to grab it. I'm unlikely to use it because it is two-handed. But we are not going to be able to return here. Giant Club of Flaming, no. Molten Gargoyle, theoretically okay-ish. Great Mace of Flamings, two-handed. No, we're not going to pick that up. We must have killed that ogre through our poison damage. Altar of the Hemet. I guess that's thematically pretty good for the volcano. Smack this guy around. Two-headed ogre, poison, even sicker. Die. All right, Icy Scales, level 2. So we still don't have the Pip of Cold Resistance from our Icy Scales yet. Giant Club of Flaming, new. Regular Flail, no. Rune Mace, I don't know. I'll grab it just to say. Whip of Flaming, they're all kind of crap, but I just didn't want to leave anything behind. You are terrifying. Wand of Acid. We got paralyzed. There we go. Go attack him. Thank you. Thank you. Great Mace. No, not interested in the two-handed Mace of Flaming. I don't think we're interested in these, but I'm going to grab them anyway, so technically they're around. Battle Axe of Flaming. That actually all of a sudden becomes a potentially for going through the lair weapon. It would mean not using our shield, because Battle Axe is two-handed, but it would let us cleave the heads off Hydras. At the very least, we definitely want it on our person. Okay, that's that. I will do Control F and a period to make sure I haven't left anything important behind. I do not feel like I did. So we're going to go and exit from one of the portals, and we've successfully cleared the volcano. We're going to drop this, that. I'll equip this just out of curiosity. We'll drop it. I'm going to wield the regular War Axe, and yeah, if we see a Hydra, the plan is to de-equip my shield and switch to the... Oh, I should find out what its points are right now. Do this. We'll equip this. It's +0. Womp womp. We do have a cloak we should put on. And we will drop... right now we're wearing Scale Mail of Nothing Fancy, so we should wear the Scale Mail of Fire Resistance, which is a +2. I can take off this Ring of Fire. Actually, I'm going to drop the Ring of Fire. We also... Did we get a plus... I thought I just saw a +1 shield. No. Yes. Oh, that was me enchanting the shield. Oh, it's not. That's why it's not in the list, because I got the two-handed weapon equipped. Where that? There we go. Grab that. Drop you, drop you, drop you. Okay. We have a potion we don't know. We do have Scrolls of Identify, so we're going to read that. Identify this. Potion of Brilliance. Not terribly useful. Four-headed Hydra. Well, there you go. I'll just back up one step. So, drop the shield. Well, unequip the shield. Wield the Battle Axe of Flaming. Poison. What? Do I want to do something to him? I feel like I kind of do. No, we'll have to go with that. He gets weaker as we keep chopping off heads, so that's going to be okay. We've got a lot of XP for doing that. I'm going to go ahead and just hit him with this for now. Now, a lot of monsters might be drawn to this area, and I don't feel comfortable doing that, so we're going to just get out a little bottleneck, re-equip our standard equipment, which I think is better. I don't know. You know, since we don't actually have much in the way of shield skill right now, you know what? Change plans. We're just going to wield the Battle Axe of Flaming for now, until we get some more shield skill. Doesn't mean we're not going to reflect very many missiles, but Lair doesn't have very many things that throw stuff at us. So if there was ever a good time to not worry about it, it's now. Now the Battle Axe of Flaming does need skill 20 to reach min delay, so we'll readjust that. Because we're going to want probably a little bit more skill anyway when we get to a Broadaxe, which is the best two-handed weapon. And you never know, we might end up just wielding some ludicrous executioners like two-handed axe long term, which would need a lot of skill. Because we have a shield on our person, we can continue to practice our shield skill. That is a ghost. It's only rated as yellow though. There's also a basilisk in here, which is a bit annoying. 53% chance to blink. The Mephetic Cloud does nothing to us, as far as I know. Call Imp could be annoying, but isn't a deal breaker. I mean, do I even want to pre-buff? I kind of feel like we don't even need to. You do have you're fairly defensive. Wielding a weapon of flaming. What weapon? Wielding a weapon of flaming. We don't know what your actual weapon is? What? Blink and Paralyze could be annoying. Oh, let's read, identify... What are these potions? Cancellation. I feel like this is 100% safe. I might be wrong. Alright, we got slowed. Don't worry about the clouds. Done. Excellent. Oh. That's it. Black Mamba. Yeah, we're still making a lot of noise. Fog, immolation, right, chunks of things. That's an artifact ring. I'm going to identify it, because it could have all kinds of traits. Negative energy protection, magic resistance, a little strength, int, and dex. Oh, the ring of the middle, I see. You put it on your middle finger? Yeah, but we're going to definitely put it on. Thump. Excellent. Yeah, a little bit of extra stats is fine, and the magic resistance, really what this is a ring of magic resistance with some gravy on top. Later on, the resistance to negative energy is going to be potentially at least as valuable as the magic resistance. Maybe more so, depending on exactly how much of the various resistances we end up getting. But yeah, that's a decent ring. Okay, done exploring. Pop down a little bit more. Some wands. That's a lot of worms, but at this point the worms are no longer dangerous. Should have probably stayed standing on the stairs, since again we're going to draw half the level to us. So we got Spider Branch. So no snake, right? Because it's, I think it's spider or snake, and then it's swamp or shores, coast, something like that, right? Six-headed Hydra. We have the right weapon for it. I don't like that we're not at full health. This actually might be a decent place to just berserk. I'm gonna do it. There's some risk. Thing is, I think we're more than well equipped to take it, and there's a lot of times when taking berserk is dangerous. Berserk is powerful. Big haste. It's very strong. But you can't read scrolls, you can't drink other potions. The blink is a little scary there. I'm going to read a teleportation. I'm going to quaff a heal wounds. Alright, I'm going to whack you a little. Okay. Still super noisy. What I'm going to do here is walk towards the staircase. Wouldn't mind dragging a frog up, but I guess we'll heal first. Let's eat. A lot of these things don't drop corpses. I like how they get hit by like random cold clouds and they get slowed. That's very handy. Feeling mostly okay. There's still plenty of them on the floor, but if they're not hitting me all at once, it's not quite as scary. Especially if I've had a chance to fill up my health. He's got spikes, so when we hit him, we take some damage. And I don't like being without the shield. This is not my preferred configuration. I'd feel a lot better if it was a plus something battle axe instead of a plus nothing battle axe. Okay, I'm gonna pop up. I'm gonna check a different staircase because fighting around the water like that feels a little awkward. Hello, Moccasin. Spiny Frog. Axis 16, which was our old target. If we're using only the War Axe, then we're capped, but... Hello, Basilisk. I'm gonna run around the corner. There you go. And the thing is, even if a Basilisk paralyzes you, if it's only a Basilisk, you're fine. Because it's not paralyzing you, it's turning you to stone. So it actually gives you pretty high AC. So it's fairly unlikely, unless you're a very squishy character, that a Basilisk alone is going to be able to finish you. God damn, we are a death machine against the Hydras. Flaming bladed weapons, man. It's like, it ain't right. But it makes up for the fact that a Hydra is like a death sentence on so many other characters. Boom, boom, boom. I think our passive, like, cloud generation still happens when we're, like, paralyzed or petrified, which is kind of nifty. Hello, Octal Plant. If we got some corrosion resistance, we'll probably go and revisit that later. Probably not run around with the poison on. Finish you off. I mean, we're certainly being quite fast here, but I think we're mostly okay. And in before we die. Yeah, this is starting to be a lot of stuff. I'm playing way too fast. What's my timer at? 20 minutes. Okay. I'm going to try to not die for 10 minutes, and then I'm probably going to call it a day for my recordings. This is the 3rd episode of this I've recorded today, I think. Well, every episode so far. So whatever part this is, that's how many I've recorded today. Now, sometimes back-to-back is good, because I don't forget what I'm doing, because sometimes I come back and I, like, instantly die. But sometimes you play too long, you get tired, a little bleary-eyed, you get impatient. We don't have any electrical resistance unless we wield the short sword, which I don't care for. So I'm just going to wait here for now. Because an eel can do a surprising amount of damage with the lightning. Especially if you can't reach it, especially if it's in a situation where it might bounce. I sort of circle around. I'm trying to make sure that every other threat is dealt with first. Like, an eel is not... It's very misleading, because in a lot of cases, it's 0 threat. And in other cases, it will destroy you. So you have to pay them an appropriate amount of respect. Oh, trumpeting. There's elephants, and they're awake. They can obviously hit her a lot of damage. Is this a dispersal, or... You know what? I'll step back. The elephant might knock me into it, and then everyone might get teleported around a little. Actually, from that angle, they're not going to knock me into it. Okay, that was an extra tab that put me in a bad place. But with all my summons, that was okay. Hello, Bullfrog. Sentinel's Mark. I mean, I'm already pretty noisy, but that explicitly draws everyone on level to me. Yeah, there just might not be anyone left other than these guys who can't leave their pools. Because, yeah, at this point, especially with the Sentinel's Mark, I would have expected the entire dungeon to show up in my face. I'm just going to stand here and let them come to me, because I can always pop up, reset on another staircase. Thing is, if you like this idea of, like, maybe it's good to let people come to you on your staircase, stand on the staircase and just yell. Funny thing is, right now, my yelling, I guess it does go up maybe a little, but there's other things. No, I don't think my yelling's louder than my storm. I don't know why I decided to whack the plant. Alright, looks like we can maybe start moving around a little bit. Ah, slime and the altar to Jiva. We're not going to switch gods here. This god can... that is a death yak. Who's on fire. Okay, only one at a time can hit me here. Death yaks are pretty scary. They hit for a lot of damage. And the thing is, I don't have that much in the way of defenses. Yeah, gore for 30 is a lot. Damage output's pretty good. And the fact that they keep sort of getting confused, the clouds, like we have all this bonus damage output. So despite the fact that we're not that tanky... Hello, Urg. So, you have a +6 Demon Trident. That's our weapon. Urg has our weapon. So, it doesn't say... But I think... Doesn't she have, like, a bunch of, javelins? Still, we might reflect them. I'm going to stand here, and I can always step back into this little crack here if I want to break line of sight. Yeah, I think I win the range war, like, given a little bit of time here. Sick as possible. Okay. So, I'm going to run up and just finish you off. And we're going to chop this up. We're going to pick up the Demon Trident. So now I can train polearms. I'm going to enable the skill. So it's got a goal of 14. So the Demon Trident's fairly fast. It reaches min delay, which is 0.6, at skill level 14, which isn't that high. That's kind of nice. It's got reach. It is the most damaging, well, other than the one you can sort of make with TSO, which I think is the only way to get it. Other than that, it's the most damaging one-handed polearm. +6 is a pretty good start. It doesn't have a brand, but we have a scroll of branding. It can't chop off heads off hydras, which means they don't multiply. That also means you can't do that, but chop off their heads and and knock down their numbers thing, which is a bit unfortunate. But as long as it's not making the heads multiply, it's going to be fairly safe. We're going to focus pole arms right now. Look, we're already at 11 because of all the cross-training that's gone on. We're going to make, or we're going to, yeah, just turn on pole arms. Well, no, 11's pretty good. I was going to say, I'm not going to want to wield this right away because I'm no good, but no, that's all right. Take that. I'll drop the War Axe. I might keep this just for now. Same thing with that, just to say. I'm going to put the shield back on. And yeah, we'll have the focus. We'll do this. When the polearm finishes the training, well, then we'll turn fighting and invocation back on. But for now, this is going to be nice. The extra reach. Do I want to brand this right away? I have 3 scrolls of brand weapon? Yeah, let's what the heck, right? Poison. Okay, they're useful for now. It will not be as useful later on because fewer and fewer things can be poisoned. But right now, this is all of a sudden a Death Trident. I actually think I'm going to be quite happy. I'm going to use Enchant Weapon. We only got the 1, but I'm going to bring it up to a +7. And we're going to try to bring it up to a +9, which is the maximum enchantment level we can reach on a regular weapon. And I think this is going to do great things for us. Like, even without the reach, it's a pretty good base. Hello, Aqua Plants. Yeah, we got to pull out just because the corrosion would be too much. Yeah, I'm now stabbing through my demon buddy. It's going to be really useful. Base pull arms level 1 now. So that's the thing. We're going to go to 3 levels instantly fast. All right, these slimes are going to merge and unmerge. Hydra there. So we're not chopping off heads. This Hydra's like more dangerous than before because we're not auto-winning by just chopping off heads anymore. But we're still, like, we're not ill-equipped to face Hydras. This is actually, for your average game, this is a really good setup to fight Hydras. It's better with the edge weapon. It'd be nice if the War Axe were flaming, because then what we could do is we could just switch to it without having to unequip our shield as well. But right now, switching to the Flaming Battle Axe is not really viable. I'm going to hold on to it because... There we go. Because we might find ourselves in a situation where we've got enough prep time that we want to swap over. Corroded, and there's another Acid Dragon coming. And he's not alone. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Corrosion's gone away. There was some Acid Dragon armor over there, but we might want to check it out. Acid Dragon armor is not terribly heavy, but actually, normally wearing Scale Mail. Okay. Let him come to us a little bit more. Oops, wrong button. Oh, he's having the path around because of the clouds, which we can poke through. I mean, we could always walk through them, but now it's even better. Okay, I'm going to stand on... Actually, I'll go up a stair. So right now, our combined AC plus EV is 24, right? No, 25. Math is hard. 25. If I put this on, we have a combined total of 24. So, sorted down, we lose the fire resistance, we gain resist corrosion, which I don't think is that valuable to us. So we're going to swap back to that. We'll probably... hold on, we've got the Aqua Plants. That's interesting to consider. Let's continue going through this floor, make sure it's completely empty of threats. You didn't barb me. That's impressive and surprising. We're going to go ahead and definitely drop an upheaval on all these guys. Let's do that again. Awesome. Then just poke you around the corner while my demonic ally is tanking the damage. The Catoblepus, I don't know. This thing can often be scary because it breathes a cloud that paralyzes people. Except we're immune to clouds, so it does nothing for us. So what's actually more scary in this situation than the Dream Sheep? Normally it's not too bad. They put you to sleep, you get hit, you wake up. There's not too many things here that are doing damage, but I didn't know what was around the corner. And there could have been more things that could do a lot of damage. So I'm very happy to just upheaval to kill it. I don't know, Quasla, like, he's my new favorite god, man. Let's try to semi-limit how many people might come. Slight choke point over there. So you can hit. If you can't tab because the you know, your hit points are too low for the auto combat, you can still hit someone one tile away. If you hit V, V is like lowercase v evokes your your weapon, basically, which mostly just means poking with a polearm, and it lets you hit something that's 1 tile away. Let's go ahead and upheaval right here. The smite targeting aspect of upheaval is awesome, because like if this were a fireball spell, I wouldn't be able to do this. I'd be fireballing myself in the face. This Arbalest. Okay. Let's move here so I'm on dry land so I don't get combat penalties. Ditto again. That's a lot of acid dragons. Hell, maybe I would have wanted to wear acid dragon skin to fight these guys so I don't get corroded. Plus, it's like super insulting. I'm killing you while wearing the skin of your brethren. And I mean, this is probably like actual a family of dragons. Oh, and I got sad. Just killed like the sister, the second cousin, grandpa. Well, actually, I wouldn't want to fight grandpa dragon. Grandpas tend to get more dangerous the higher level they are. Am I at the bottom of lair? Yeah. I was gonna say this definitely feels like a theme sort of sub-branch thing. Apparently I can be poisoned from that. Okay, not actually too concerned about the swamp dragon, but I want to be in a stronger position overall. We've got a bunch of rings we do have to try on. I'm just, you know, double checking what I've got. I've got no unidentified potions. We have 2 unidentified scrolls on us. So vulnerability, I don't care about. Holy Word would actually be dangerous because it would do damage to us. Acquirement, if we randomly read it, would be fine. We'd ask something. Randomly reading Summoning would, I guess, be okay in this situation. But normally I don't want to do it because I want to save it for something important because they're fairly uncommon but powerful. So all that means is I really don't want to be randomly reading these scrolls if I can help it at this point. So identifying them might be good. What the? Why did I move? Oh, shit. I must have... I was hitting I to open my inventory. I must have missed and hit 9, yeah, because I went up and to the right. So I hit 9 on the number row, which is the same as hitting 9 on the numpad. That's not great. And I'm fairly poisoned. Right here. So right now, the amount of poison, we dropped down to 106 before the poison went away. God, that does a lot of damage. Ah, so good. That's the dragon. Oh, man, this terrain sucks. Fire dragon. We have 1 pip of our fire. That's fine. Now upheaval. I was gonna say if it rolls the fire damage, it's not gonna do much against this guy, but the rest is okay. This is, so regular scale mail. That's an artifact helmet. Let's identify it rather than just blind putting this on. Negative cold, positive, well, so resist negative energy. It's got a penalty to resisting cold. It doesn't have an innate regeneration, which is kind of nice, but I think my +2 hat of See Invis is more what I'm going to be wearing here. I'm going to read, identify the Holy Word. I'm going to read, identify this, which is summoning. I'm going to drop Holy Word because, again, let me check. ID. Calls upon the good gods to cause great damage to any nearby undead or demonic creatures, possibly including the reader. Briefly daze the monsters that are affected. Yeah, we have to drop that. We can't be using this, but we got the summon in case something goes terribly wrong. We're going to put on these rings. Stealth we don't want, protection from magic. I do have remove curse, right? Yes. I was pretty sure we still had at least 1 left over. I'm going to put on the bronze ring. We're going to put on this one over here. Okay, poison resist finally, which is nice. Magic resist also really good. For the lair, I'm going to want the poison resist on me right now. We're going to drop the ring of stealth. I'm going to hold on to the ring of protection from fire in case there's something that needs it. And ring protection from magic is certainly what we're more into later. We do have 1 pip of magic resist, that's true. I'm going to drop this. Okay, we'll just pick up some things that are left. You're starving. Let's go ahead and eat real quick. This should be fine. But over here, there's a lot of aqua plants, but we've got some AoE. We can always pull back pretty quickly. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on the Acid Dragon armor, which, wrong page, this one. So we got resist corrosion. So yes, we're going to move into here. I'm burning through a lot of piety. There we go. But I like that. I'm going to keep this armor on for a sec, because there might be another one hiding back there. Called it. You know, maybe I don't have to burn through all my piety. There is some corrosion, because it's resistance, not immunity. But there you go. Alright, let's put on the fire resistance, and we're just going to drop the acid dragon scales, because we're unlikely to do that again. We could always, if we run into another area of aqua plants, we could always just run back to here. So how do I feel about taking on this ghost? Pretty good. The red jellies do corrode. What are you? 18, weapon of electrocution. Solving the cleaver. Probably have to use... Okay, well, maybe we'll just leave... coming back here would be kind of annoying. Now, let's just wait. Let's not go through here right now. What we're going to do is we're going to return to the dungeon. And we're going to go down to the bottom of the dungeon, which I feel fairly secure about doing. And with a couple of different pips of MR, I also feel mostly okay taking on the Orcish Mines. But we'll start by doing this. I said I was going to stop soon because I was playing a little too fast, right? Yeah. Feels like a death waiting to happen. Let's go stand over here. Lair's done. We've improved ourselves a little bit. I'm very happy with the Demon Trident. Pole arms, yeah, 14 is still the goal, and you can see the cost, 8.3 versus the 29 for the axes, because this has got a bunch of free levels, right? Its base level is, I don't know what it is now, 3 or 4 or something like that. So it's still fairly cheap for us to get the pole arm. That -1 on everything does slow everything down, but I think that's good. And pole arms are generally like one of the preferable weapons in the game. They tend to be a little wimpy early on. Low damage, and you don't have a lot of opportunity to stab like sort of through or past something. But at this point, with our clouds, our summons, and the fact that we're not just using a generic spear, we've got a freaking demon trident, which is really good. Of venom, which is handy. I mean, I think I would literally any brand be fine on this? It's base swing time of 0.6. It is fairly speedy. So Venom's okay. I think I'm a little worried that Venom is nearing the end of its usefulness. Although, oh, we have Spider Branch, right? Yeah. So what's great about Spider is that all the insects in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup have extra vulnerability to poison. So we're going to do ludicrous amounts of damage with our poison brand. I think what might happen is after we clear Spider, it's also going to be good against Orc. Really nothing in Orc is going to be immune to poison. After we clear Orc and Spider, I think what we might do is end up reading the brand scroll again to try to get something else. Electrocution would be okay. I don't think we can wield Holy. Vampiric would be interesting, and we'd still run into the problem where we're going to run into increasing number of things that are immune to Vampiric. Probably Frost is maybe like for us, yeah, because normally like Holy Weapon is really good, I think, in the super late game, but I don't think we're allowed to use it because of Demon Spawn. And so I think Frost might be the best because it's another way to get bonus damage, but we're going to run into fewer things that are immune to cold and quite a few things that are actually are extra vulnerable to cold, including the Draconians, which get slowed down by cold damage. So that we may hope to get that brand later on. But in any case, I'm happy to have this for now. It's nearly at min delay. I'm still okay with having the shields on because right now the shield is still causing us to miss some hits. And so reaching that level 15 in shields is a pretty nice breakpoint. I think I was saying we didn't need breakpoints anymore. I'd forgotten the shield really has a critical amount of at 15. We haven't seen anything else shield-wise, right? No. Okay. Haven't even found a buckler because I think it would show up if I search for shield. Yeah, you haven't even seen a buckler yet. Just one other shield. It's the one we started with. That's why the fighter background is really handy. Starting with a proper shield right at the start of the game, not to mention a half-decent piece of armor and that potion of might, is really valuable. Yeah, it's really valuable. The one problem with it is that it does start off with fairly low int, so if you want to do sort of a hybrid-y kind of thing, it might be a little difficult. But I don't know. Might give you just enough strength that you don't have to feel like you have to boost your strength anymore. You can wear sort of modest armor. If you're going to end up casting higher and higher level spells, you might even downgrade from the original scale mail to like a leather or something like that. But yeah, with a little bit of strength and a little bit of armor skill, the casting penalty from scale mail is not so bad that you can't cast up to mid-level spells, especially depending on how high your spellcasting skills get. Might be a little harder to do as a demon spawn. I don't think demon spawn's a really ideal hybrid class, just because they level so slowly. Right? They have a lot of -1 aptitudes. So with magic, you often have to like, you often get a few different schools to cover, you know, sort of a bunch of different stuff. And so that's extra costly for you. And the fact that your mutations are so good for pure physical combat, generally speaking. And you never know when you might, what I thought I was getting, like the Spirit Shield mutation is what I thought I got with the Demonic Guardian. If you get that, all of a sudden you don't want to be a spellcaster anymore, because if you take damage, you start to lose magic power, which means you can't cast spells to save yourself. So that's just my thinking with the demon spawn. But they are very replayable, because no two games is going to feel the same with them, that's for sure. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.